Kate, I've already decided this is going to be one of my favorite conversations. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This is going to be good.
It's so fun. I love everything that you're doing. And before I get carried away hearing all of the fun things that you're up to and how you got started, I'd love to know, how are you saying yes to yourself in this season?
Oh man, I'm saying I went through like a tremendous period of grief last year. I lost my stepmother of 40 years. I lost my dad, and my brother had some legal troubles where I fell apart last year, and I let myself kind of get swallowed into the grief of it all, as most people do in this season of life. And now I am saying yes to the sunny days, and letting them shine on me again. Whereas before I was absolutely letting the clouds get overcome me a little bit.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for your willingness to feel grief.
Yeah, you have to go through it. You cannot fast forward it, and I mean, it's a very real moment that it's not just me going through that. There's countless people going through the loss of parents in this season of life. And
Right.
it's important to realize that, people go through these moments of grief and still have to carry on and make payroll and do all these other tasks, even just the household tasks. Like you have to still move. But you can do it with the clouds in the way, or you can do it with like a new season of sun on your face. So
Mm.
that's what I'm saying yes to this year in particular.
It's really fabulous. Thank you for sharing that. I know grief always seems to be incredibly inconvenient in its
Yes.
arrival. And,
Yeah.
you said we have to fill this. And I know a lot of people, myself included, at times that would rather just avoid that because
Hmm.
there is so much to do. And now there's
Right.
all of a sudden fewer people in which to get it done.
Yeah.
And I think so often it's our habit to power through
Hmm.
when we believe that we're the only ones that are experiencing the brunt of
Yes.
that decision. And so we do what we need to do to make everybody else feel good and go, well, I'll just feel that grief later when I have time. I
Yeah.
think 3 Saturdays from now, it might snow, and that would be a good day for me to sit in a chair and cry. But we can't schedule this,
Yeah.
and I think what that's where it turns into avoidance.
Hmm.
We almost trick ourselves in that we are taking care of everybody else, but
Yeah.
we are really hobbling the caregiver in that process. So I
Absolutely.
really acknowledge and celebrate the way that you held that very sacred space for yourself and that
Thanks.
you knew the sun would eventually come. Like
Yeah.
people are, they say, like swallowed by grief,
Hmm.
but that's not how you go out. Like it
Right.
is like you were able to do that and come back with even more appreciation of the sun on your
Totally.
face.
Totally. And you always have to recognize, you have to reframe it and be like, the dead would want you to keep living. So you have to
Totally.
keep moving. But it's tremendously difficult, and it wasn't my first rodeo with grief.
Oh,
It was just happened to be the first time I experienced grief as a business owner, and it was really a different it was a totally different game.
yes, I see you in that, and I'm marveling because sometimes our grief is because of a physical loss of
Yeah.
a human, and sometimes our grief is around the loss of a relationship
Hmm.
or a job
Yeah.
or an idea or whatever. I am on the other side of a very long divorce
Oof.
process,
That's
and yeah, it's a
that's
lot.
tough. Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I had permission to
Hmm.
grieve because to me, it was also my decision. So I felt like my grieving happened
Yeah.
before my courageous conversation. But then
Hmm.
grieving that process didn't feel like an option because
Yeah,
I own a business and now I run a farm and I'm now a single
totally.
parent and I'm now like I don't the grief is going to need to wait maybe when
Yeah,
like on the way to the airport, but
I know. Well, grief is it feels like a luxury when you are
doesn't it?
drowning. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I
Um,
do. That's
yeah.
beautiful language for it. Thank you, because that is what it feels like.
Yeah, but you got to indulge. I think you have to indulge the grief a little bit. So that is something that I did, but now this year, I've let it go. I've cut I've cut my ties with it
Right.
the
I
way
love
it
that.
was.
Yeah, because I think, and I won't stay here all day, I promise, but I think that one thing that happens to us is we assign so much time to
Mhm.
what feeling that uncomfortable feeling is going to be, and then we
Yeah.
try to find some space on our calendar where we're going to have this giant amount of time
Yeah.
that we don't have to do anything, and that's never going to happen. And really, it's the suppression of
Mhm.
feeling those uncomfortable feelings that takes way longer than
I
the
agree.
actual feeling of it because when you are drowning in it, when you are feeling it all over your body, it's like 3 minutes tops of like the intensity before
Yeah.
you can take a breath and have a thought that isn't taking you out.
Yeah, totally.
And if you knew it was only going to be 3 minutes, you probably would have like planned your day better and
Yeah,
didn't put
for
that off
sure.
so far. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of
Thank you
course.
for I am a verbal processor. So when I having a new idea or a reframe about something, which happens all the time,
Hmm.
as I'm having these expansive conversations, it's helpful for me to just close the loop on that. So thank you so much.
For sure.
So tell us about DIP. Tell us about how it all got started.
Sure.
Tell us everything because I love the concept and everything about it.
So Dip was built out of frustration. I had been in the beauty industry for about 20 years before Dip came around, and I had been trying to reduce my plastic for at least
Oh,
10 years.
sure.
And I found out about not only the accumulation of plastic and it not getting recycled, but also what it was doing to our health. So they've known about plastic in the bloodstream and plastic messing with our endocrine systems. They've known about it for at least since 2014 when I found out. And now it's starting to bubble to the surface. So I wanted to go plastic.
Tell us what we don't know that you learned in 2014.
I learned a lot. I mean, one, that the recycling is a farce, like for plastic, especially. I've learned that, they were pumping marketing out to get women to drink more water from water bottles. Those water bottles, if they sat in the sun, leached chemicals and microplastics into, women of all different ages. It's mostly marketed to women because we purchase for the family. So that meant that we were giving our children those things. I mean, it's just the deeper down the rabbit hole you go, the scarier it gets. And
Sure.
so now I'm really excited to see that this is like bubbling to the surface and people are starting to pay attention. And, as much as like people were getting criticized for buying Stanley cups, at least they were switching off of that very easy one sustainable switch that they could do.
Right.
But for me, I felt that a lot of the sustainable options that were out there were made for a very specific like avatar. In marketing, we call people avatars. And I was not like a linen wearing boho person. I existed in what I think is a very I don't want to say a normal life, but a life that was exposed to a lot of plastic. I like convenience. I like all these things. And so I wanted Dip to be the shampoo and conditioner bar that did not disappoint someone if they were switching from really expensive hair care. So
Sure.
if you were switching from like a Purology or a Kerastase or an Orbe, Dip saved you a lot of money before you even noticed that it was plastic free.
Brilliant.
That was
Sold.
that
I'm
was
in.
That was all. And so someone could become more plastic aware, and more plastic conscious by accident. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think you can like guilt people into joining the environmental movement. I think you have to give them really good stuff or
Yeah.
else they get pissed. Like I
Hmm.
was so angry when I would buy shampoo and conditioner bars because I was like, this is not made for me. This is made for someone who doesn't really care that much about their hair, but cares so much about plastic. Like
Yes.
I'll always care about my hair. It's like everyone has their little indulgences, my hair, and I really love funky shoes. Like those are my two
Same.
things. Like some
Right.
people are like clothes buyers, some people are, love fancy restaurants, some people love, I don't know, there's all sorts of things to love on this planet. And I always spent money on my hair and love to do funny things with it. So
That's so great. Now, how, treat me like a preschooler. If plastic is not the delivery system, how is shampoo and conditioner delivered?
it's in a bar form, which is sounds unsexy.
Yes.
It does, and I fully acknowledge the unsexiness of it. What makes it really sexy is that it works and it makes your hair look
Perfect.
awesome. And for someone like me, who I was using Orbe Gold Lust before, and I
Okay.
still love those products. However, I don't
Right.
love the plastic.
I
My
use J. Beverly Hills and Kevin Murphy.
right, not cheap.
Right.
Not cheap and fast to consume. So my one conditioner bar will last most people around a year. So for me, it saved me over $500 in just conditioner. And that was
Oh
like my
my,
middle finger to the beauty industry. I thought it was super funny to make it last so long that it kind of went
right.
against the grain of everything I had seen in beauty about consumption. Because you
So
want,
it, sorry, finish
no,
your
good.
sentence.
No, I was just saying you can sell someone 12 things a year, you can sell them one a year. I chose to sell them one a year. But what's so cool is it surprises people so much that they buy it for everyone else they know.
Right. This is
Yeah.
why this is a great conversation because this is how
Mhm.
I roll. I like
Yeah.
to be in delightful conversation and find
Mhm.
out everything I'm supposed to know and then use my big mouth to tell everybody about the thing I just learned about. So
Yeah.
I don't make myself wrong for being late to the game because the
And
A
that's fine.
mentioned I have a farm and I'm a single mom and I'm running like five businesses and I can't know everything, but I can have expansive conversations where I learn everything I need to know. So I have never heard of this.
That's
So
crazy.
I
It's
know.
not crazy. Welcome to the party.
Thank
Like,
you. And to let you know as well, your message, you are not in. I mean, sometimes we think whatever it is we're doing as an
Mhm.
entrepreneur, that the market is saturated, that,
Yeah.
it's like, no, the majority of people do not know what we're doing and what we offer, and they
Yeah,
do want it, and we're just got to keep talking about it. But
that's
the
true.
algorithm keeps feeding us everybody else talking about the same thing. So we
Yeah.
think, oh, shoot, well, there's no place for me in the marketplace. So, all to
Yeah.
say, welcome. Welcome to your marketplace.
Thanks.
So, you use this like a bar of soap?
Yeah, well, yeah, you apply the shampoo directly on your hair, and
Okay.
ours is designed, it's one of the largest on the market, our shampoo, and it's designed so that you can shower every day if you wanted to. Because you know how
Wow.
there's that conventional wisdom that you shouldn't shower every day?
Right.
Well, I'm an endurance runner, so
Okay.
at times when I'm training, I don't want to choose between my run and a good hair day. I still have to like show up for work. But
Yes.
think about all those other instances where people need to shower more often. If you're like a nurse or or you work in a preschool or you work in a restaurant, I mean, those are jobs where you need to shower more often. And so the shampoo bar is like so gentle that you can use it every day and it won't strip the oil from your hair. But also what comes with that is it's not strong enough to take out like really harsh or like caked on styling products. So if you're someone that uses a lot of styling products, it's not the right shampoo for you. But literally for anyone else that kind of has a simple routine, is like it saves me because I just want my hair to look good every day. And then yeah, and the conditioner again, it will replace all of these tubes of expensive conditioner, but it also doubles as a leave-in. So or when you go swimming or to the beach, you can dip the bar in water, run it down your hair, and you can comb it through instantly. Instantly detangles and you can air dry.
Shut up.
It's real.
You're welcome, listener. Oh my
It's so
word.
it's my favorite thing in my beach bag because since I was a kid, I used to bring, I've always had long hair and I've
Mhm.
always struggled with detangling at the beach. And I made sure that it doesn't melt in the sun so that like you can take it, run it down your hair, and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh. This is
Yeah, it's
so,
so
and
fun.
I'm so excited. I have so much travel coming, and I'm going on
Awesome.
2 cruises, and I'm going to have the conditioner bar in my bag at the pool, and people are going to
Yeah.
ask me 8,000 questions, and I am here for it. Okay, now here's my question about why I don't already have a bar of anything in my
Mhm.
shower because I don't like the residue situation
Yeah,
of where
no
it's
one
sitting.
does.
So, yeah, so how are we solving that?
So we have a internationally patented shower storage. And so what it is it has it's like a system. You can kind of design the colors that you want it to be. And so it's a suction cup on the wall, and then it has two shelves that go in, and they hold the bars at an angle so that water drips off. So instead of having them flat on a rack where they
Right?
kind of start to, if you're in a hot climate, so say you're in like Nevada or Texas, like the bars will start to sink in on a wire frame. These are
Sure.
completely flat, and so you just push them up and off and they stay super nice throughout the entire lifeline until you're ready to take your almost used, like almost finished bar and slap it right onto the next one. So it's built so they can like the old and the new can marry together.
I love this for you and for
Thanks.
me and for us. It's just so great. And I love because, I'm clearly super excited about a great idea. And I'm super excited
Yeah.
about how I can interact with it and how I can be supportive of the fabulous queen that thought of it and is doing it. And then it's in my shower and I'm like, oh shoot.
I
This
agree.
I don't like this part. I don't like that it like makes a
I
film
don't
on the wall, or I don't like
I don't like
all
that
the
either.
things. Right? I have like all these yummy French soaps that
Mhm.
smell so good and are made with whatever fabulousness they're made, and I
Mhm.
go to France all the time. So I love them. I just don't like having a bar of soap. So
I agree. I think that we need the right storage. And so I mean, internationally patenting something, even patenting it here, but internationally patenting something is such an expensive, time-consuming, risky endeavor, right? But we have a design patent, and it's because it is, in my opinion, the best way to store the bars. And I've been using bars for a long time, on and off. So like I know the good, the bad, the ugly, and I don't think you can sell like a fancy shampoo or conditioner bar without having a solution for that. So I'm really glad you asked because it
well,
was part of it.
a lot of people do it without a solution.
I know. I see it
That
all the
so that's
time.
why I appreciate you because I'm feel very like an investigative reporter right now, asking you about like this practical thing. Now, you've not only solved like so many problems with the world, which is, I mean, honestly, just in a little bit of marketing 101, when you're naming your avatar's pain point,
Yeah.
sometimes you think like, oh my gosh, this thing I'm doing is so dreamy and fabulous that it's not really solving a pain point. It's just a yeah,
Yeah.
please. But there is a pain point as you dig
Yeah.
down because yeah, we want to do these things and we want it to be a beautiful experience
The whole weekend.
peripherally as well. So this is
Yeah.
so gorgeous, but those are not the only problems that you've solved. So
No,
tell
but I
us
would
then,
the
go ahead.
biggest problem I've solved is that I think for me is that frustration with sustainability that consumers
Yeah,
have. Like
totally.
that, oh my God, I spent more money trying to do the right thing by the planet only to feel angry and that I got hosed. And
Totally.
so that is something that like that's really the problem I'm solving more than good or bad hair. It's that people don't trust sustainability anymore because of that. Like people keep buying 14, $18 sustainable deodorants and still stink after their run and they're pissed. And I've been a victim of that so many times. Like I can't buy another sustainable deodorant because I've just lost my faith in it, and
Right.
I want one. Like I want that problem totally solved. There's a couple brands that have really solved that problem recently,
Okay.
but for I don't know, 10 years I tried all these different sustainable deodorants just to be like throw my hands up in the air and buy Secret again, you
Right.
know?
Oh my gosh, thank you for saying that also, because I
People know.
feel the same way. And then
Yeah.
I'm raising a daughter, and as you know, I'm a much older
Mhm.
parent than I planned. But so now I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know all these things were terrible. And my mom, of course,
Right.
didn't know. She would not have said, here, please poison your
Of
body and
course.
become
Yeah.
infertile by using saran wrap in the microwave or whatever.
Right.
But so I'm wanting to make the right choices for her with my new information, but
Yeah.
it needs to work.
It has to work. Otherwise, it's something you put on a shelf. I don't know. Like it
Right.
really just
I do
has to
not
work.
want to be a storage facility. I just
I
spent
know.
2025 in my year of the snake shedding everything
Ugh,
that was not in service. And I threw out a lot of products that I just have been storing.
yeah.
So you have solved this problem, but I also love the way you have solved how people are getting the products.
Yeah.
So please tell us about that. So everyone can fall in love
Yeah.
with you even more.
Yeah. Well, it depends on who's listening, right? So we go above and beyond to get people to shop in stores. So we sell in zero waste stores, we sell in surf shops, we sell in hair salons. Where we don't sell is Amazon. And so I know Amazon is like a godsend for most people, and people want to be able to click and add to cart really quickly. But the reason we don't sell there is because what I'm trying to do is bigger than shampoo and conditioner. What I really want you to do is maybe be like, okay, I'm gonna support my local store that has dip. Maybe I want to go into that store and smell all the scents before I invest in something that's gonna last me a full year. Or,
Right.
like you're gonna be, if you buy a shampoo bar, you're probably gonna have it for 2 to 6 months, and then the conditioner bar will last forever. So, I want people to go into zero waste stores so that they can see and be exposed to a curated, vetted shelf of solutions to their problems and substitutes for the plastic, I don't know, market out there. So a zero waste store or refillery, they're called both things, is where Dip does most of its sales. And it's intentional and it's to get people to find the best deodorant, right? Like there's two deodorants that I think are like really amazing. One is High Bar, who's like my hair competitor, but I love the owner and she's knocked the deodorant out of the park. And also
Awesome.
Bite, she's famous for the toothpaste bits, but she
Okay.
also has an amazing deodorant. So those are two entrepreneurs that have really knocked it out of the park. But you will find these solutions in zero waste stores, so you don't have to have that feeling of like going through all this like digital noise to find the best stuff for your family. And this, you don't have to go through a million influencer accounts to figure out like what makes like who makes the best version of whatever, whether it's like the replacement for your Ziploc bags or whether it's the replacement for your laundry detergent or whatever you want to do step by step. So that's what I tried to do. And so far, as a brand, we've redirected $5 million into refill stores, which is crazy.
Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks.
How do you find a zero waste store? And how do you, like, if you don't live near someone, like, how do we get the products? Like, I mean, obviously, when I get my hair done, I have to leave the
Mhm.
house. So
Right.
it's okay to leave the house. Like that's all right. Like we're not trying to just become completely disconnected. We're not recluse. But how do we find these places?
So you can find them on, if you go to dipalready.com, you can find us anywhere that stocks dip on our store locator. And
Okay.
you're in Massachusetts, there's a whole bunch of stores in Massachusetts that are amazing.
Yay.
Massachusetts has some of the best ones. Like they're really, really great. And so you can find your zero waste store. I love the ones on the Dip website, obviously, but you can
Sure.
also find them I mean through a quick Google search. and you'll find the refillery closest to you, and they will have like really awesome stuff that won't make you feel that feeling of getting hosed by marketing.
Right, right. And so obviously these are not your storefronts. These are
No.
places that are stocking your items.
Yeah.
So of course, when I go in there, I'm going to come out with a whole bunch of other things, which
Yeah.
is so great.
Well, it's what's even more amazing is keeping your money that you've earned in your town or like circulating through your own local economy. So like when you buy on Amazon, that money kind of just like flutters away from your school district, from your fire department, from all of the things that make your town cool to live in. And so, my background's in economics and math, so I'm kind of trying to softly guide people back into local shopping so you can have that, I don't know, kind of Richard Scarry life back,
Yes.
like where like your bookstore person and like your ice cream parlor person, like all the stuff that makes your town cool.
I love that so much. I moved to Massachusetts from California,
Mm,
and it's exactly what I've experienced, right? Like
yeah.
I live on Main Street and we have a town common and I can walk to coffee and there's a
Yeah.
winery and the ladies at the post office listen to my podcast. And when
It's
I go
amazing.
there, we have these really high vibe, fabulous conversations, and they know, oh, Wendy, I saw that you're going to France, so we're going to hold your mail for you. And I just, I love being known.
Yeah,
I I love it. I love when the coffee people remember what I order.
me too. That's
That's
part
my
of what
favorite.
what was a normal human experience for most of, like, 10,000 years. There was
Mhm.
face-to-face commerce, there was accountability, there was relationships. My bookstore lady, we have a little bookstore, she knows what I like to read. And so when something new comes out, that she knows what to guide me towards. Like, I think that we need to bring a lot of that back, but it's heavy on the consumer to make those moves. So like I can use my little brand to get people to do that in a small way, but it needs to kind of catch on. And it's a big reason I love to have these conversations is because people suddenly, if you like look at like a pie chart of what you've purchased and you're like, oh my God, 99% of it was on Amazon and maybe 1% was in that local store. Like, maybe you just start to chip away at the pie chart and open it up a little bit. Instead of, I'm not never asking anyone to quit convenience, because that would be insane.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
would like
And
people
then they'd be
to.
really crabby when they walk into the store because they don't have
Yeah, I
everything.
would I would encourage people to reinvest in what's right in front of them. And so I think that that's what you have to see it as, a reinvestment in your town.
Right. I love everything about that. It is so beautiful. And I think it takes concerted effort, like you said.
Hmm.
It takes deliberate intention.
Yeah.
And for me, the things that change my habits is personal connection and story.
Yeah. Me
So I
too.
love knowing this. And I know that we got in habits during the pandemic that thank you, Jesus, for Amazon because
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
agree.
have had anything. But those habits are sometimes they stay and they outlive their purpose.
I
And so
agree.
we get this opportunity to reevaluate. And like you said, you're not telling anyone to stop using it. You're
No.
just suggesting this other thing for this
Right.
other beautiful solution, which I am very excited to try this. And I am very excited for my daughter to have, she loves her hair. She loves
Awesome.
makeup. She loves all the things. So she will love being on the cutting edge of what's
Amazing.
happening next in sustainability. This is so fantastic. I also wanted to talk just really quickly about, you mentioned moving people back to what's available local, and you've
Mhm.
made a deliberate decision to not use influencers, to
Yeah.
not use AI. Can you say more about that, please?
Yeah. So I've been in the beauty industry for a long time, so I've kind of seen a lot of influencer marketing and like UGC tends to be not it started kind of pure where you brands would celebrate their actual customers and then it turned into, you know, capitalism got its grip on it and now there's like UGC, it's like people normal people pretending to be customers. And so, you know, I have a tremendous amount of respect for women because I every woman I know is like smart, funny, sarcastic, like discerning and skeptical. Like the women and I don't know whether I'm the luckiest person in the world that only meets really fun, amazing women or whether
Because you
this is
are
a shared
that.
experience, right? Like we all
We attract
so
what we are.
so why is beauty marketing treating us like idiots? Like, I just don't get it. So, when I went into this, I was like, you know what? I personally don't want to know if a fake customer who didn't spend any money uh, has something to say about a product, right? Like, how fun would it be to like turn this marketing behavior on its ass, basically, and just abandon it? So yeah, we don't use influencers. That doesn't mean influencers don't find dip and talk about it. That has happened
Totally.
many times. And then, you know, we also like we only showcase actual paying customers because I think that's an emotional part of the review is parting with your money, right?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
who cares what someone who got something for free thinks? I
Right.
don't. So like so that's why it is the way it is. It's a much slower way to build a company, but the scaffolding is very strong. So like when someone sees someone talk about dip and they've heard me talk about this piece of the business and marketing, they know that that praise is real. They don't have to wonder, you know,
Right.
because we don't engage in that kind of marketing. So we kind of turned it into its own marketing piece is that we don't do marketing, and that's been really, really fun.
I love that for you. I
It's
think it's
fun.
so great. And I think it's the intention behind it just speaks to other elements that are important to me that makes
Yeah.
me like your shampoo more.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Right? And
it's just rooted in the cool women I know. Like
right.
when we see like sit around and see an ad for something, we're like, who the hell are they talking to? It's not us, you know?
Exactly. Right.
And so I think that that's kind of a fun it's a fun thing. It's a very New Jersey personality to take on and I can fully own that. Like
I love it.
but it does make the marketing side of the brand way more fun for me because when I worked for other brands like everyone was so uptight and kind of hoity-toity about what they wanted the brand to have. They're very precious about the brand. I understand that if you have a brand, but I'm not precious about it, and I'm precious about the truth side of it, and I think that that's fun.
Right. And that's what sells the shampoo,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
if you care that much about the marketing of it, of course you care that much about the ingredients.
yeah. Well, marketing is just getting someone to buy something once, but actual like having like an actual following means having people buying two times, three times, four
Well,
times.
right. And that's
So,
messaging. That's
yeah.
messaging over marketing,
Right.
right?
Right. And so
So,
I'm very, very lucky that people are so skeptical, right? Like they don't believe that it's going to work. Like even if I say like dip is sold in curl specific salons, they're still like my curly hair will not like it. And I'm like, I bet you it does. Like we have 100% uh uh refund policy if you don't if you buy it and you don't like it, we'll give you your money back.
that's amazing.
The return rate on products is 0.006%. So more often than not, people really like it. And they stick with it and they'll buy it over and over again, which is like so cool.
I love this. I'm
It's
so
like a dream.
excited. Right.
As like an entrepreneur, it's a dream to have people like it's that much that they're making a switch from expensive bottles to this, and then they keep doing it, and then they buy it as gifts for other people. It's so cool,
And they talk about it.
and they talk about it. And I've never, so that's like one of those things that just makes you feel like really lucky. And of course, I'm talking about the highlight reel of entrepreneurship. There's a ton of stuff behind the scenes, but let me just talk about the light. We've had the year of the snake is behind us. Like, let's
Right.
talk about the good stuff.
Yes. 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 Okay, I have two practical questions
Okay.
about this purchase. Like we're all going to go look at the shops and when we are at the shop, will we be able to get the magic shelf and the product
It
or
depends on the store. So some
okay, yeah,
stores have it and some don't. So
so how do I
we
get it if my store doesn't have it?
so at dipalready.com, you can go right in there and it's under accessories. And it's, for the full system, you can buy just individual shelves and those are 16 each. And then the full system, I think it's $50, but we sell it for 45 if you buy it as a kit. But what's fun is the shelves are different colors. So you can have like in my shower, I have a pink shelf and a purple shelf, and that's like
Fun.
cute for me, but we also have, black shelves, white shelves, red shelves, and like it's fun to see what people design for themselves.
Right. I love that. It's so fun.
It's really
And
fun.
then my next question is, are you expanding the line? Are
Mhm.
you expanding like who's carrying the product? How can we help and support and cheer you on in those ways? What's coming?
The the best so the first thing is the best thing you can do is shop in the stores. I know, we're in around 400 or 500 stores are always open, like
Amazing.
sadly they're closing. As many as open, a bunch of them close because that's the reality of the economy right now,
Yeah.
especially January, February and the storms, like stores are struggling. So please, if you
Sure.
see a store near you, please go there and check it out. I have a few new things coming out. But one thing I haven't really mentioned that we have is a hair and body dry oil, which is like so cool. It's here, I have one
Oh my
here.
gosh, tell me more.
So
I'm
it's
in.
like,
I'm all in. And I love
so
like the travel
yeah, so
functionality of it. Tell me everything.
this is it's amazing. You can put it on your skin. They're all like scented. It's like functional perfume kind of. So it leaves your skin feeling really beautiful and soft and moisturized, and also like refreshes like a scent in your hair and gives it some softness and takes away frizz. But what I love is after you apply it, and you have it on, when you have like lotion on your hands and you have to go rinse them, this dries on your hands really fast, so you can pick up paper within seconds, or you can touch
Wow.
your phone. So you don't have to like go through that dry down period,
Right.
where that like you can't put on your leggings. Like you can put on your jeans right away after you put this on your legs and it just feels nice.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
all the problem solving. It's so good. And
Well,
I,
yeah, I don't think it's worth putting out there if it doesn't really do something that helps someone.
right, like that I don't have to only save it for my personal spa day
Right.
because I'm like undone and then I have to clean the bathtub because it's all
Yeah.
slippery now or whatever. So, which is the opposite of a spa day. And one thing that I wanted to just touch on as well is the functionality of these products for travel. So
Yeah.
I lead culinary trips to France for solo female travelers. I've recently, with my business partner, purchased a beautiful chateau in France. I'm so
Oh my
excited.
gosh. What part?
It's so fun in southwestern France near Cognac.
Cool.
And I love that we will have these products in
Yeah.
all the guest rooms. Like this is so fun. And I have a B&B here in New England on my flower farm. Like it's all fun. I'm super excited.
So
But
cool.
tell me, like, how do I travel with this? How is this also solving yucky or they think that their products are nice at the hotel, but they're not really good for my
Yeah.
hair or whatever. So tell me how this is working for me as I travel.
So the bars of the different sizes, they all have travel cases, and in the travel case, so the travel cases are bamboo, and they have a coaster that pops out, so you don't put the whole container in a shower because bamboo eventually will, wood and water eventually don't live forever together.
Right.
But the travel case, you keep it dry, and then the inside interior coaster goes into your shower. So you can, travel with it and put it in your shower wherever you go. And for a lot of people that shower in the beach showers, that little coaster is cool because if you turn the travel container upside down, the coaster fits right on top, and so your bar never has to touch earth or sand, you know. And so yeah, I mean, I thought usage through the whole way because it really, really stinks to have something that you can't put down anywhere. You know,
Yes,
like what is the
exactly.
point? You know, and what consumers don't realize is like how expensive and how difficult it is to customize hard goods. You
Sure.
know, customizing formulas is one thing and that's like its own thing, but then doing the hard goods and the accessories because you then have to like patent and protect and make like it's not just the production, then it becomes like the protection when you have a good idea. So it's
Right.
there's a lot going on. So sometimes people are like, you should, put XYZ in the line. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
Do I? I
Right.
can't do that.
Right. Do you want to come to work for me
You know,
and
you
do
can
your
do
whole
it and I'll
team?
buy it from you.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
it's crazy
huge
out there.
undertaking. Thank
It's
you
all
for all that you've done and how you've thought it through so that I just get to live in the yes and have this beautiful solution because I mean, I'm clearly a super fan already, but I'm so excited now to turn the box upside down and put the coaster on top and then tell
yeah.
everyone how it never got in the sand and how great that is. Like, it's so thoughtful and
Thank you.
intentional and like you did the reps, like you've done the work, you have
Yeah.
the teams, you have the manufacturing, you have the
Yeah.
resourcing, like all of it's no freaking joke and you're
Yeah,
doing it.
I forget. Thank you for acknowledging that because I kind of forget how many because I've been in it now. We're in our fifth year, or we're 4.5 years, so going into our fifth year, and you forget how tough the
Yeah.
slog in the beginning is because, not only do you have to kind of really, really put your own products through the ringer before you put them out there for the public, but then that those teeth chattering moments where you're like, I hope people love it as much as I want them to. Like it's not even as much as I want it, like that love it as much as I do. I need them to love it as much as like I want them to, and sometimes
Right.
it's even more than I imagined. And it's, we get messages from dads that are stuck with the task of detangling their daughter's long hair. And
Right.
so what's cool is that the conditioner bar, it can be used as a detangler outside of the shower. So when their daughters come out of the shower, they can run it down their long hair and then comb it through, and it doesn't need to be rinsed out. If it, so it makes the detangling like so much easier for parents. And like, those are things that I never imagined getting like calls about or and emails about, but it's really a cool thing when you put something out there and people find it in ways that you never expected.
For sure. And because of, again, all the intentionality
Mhm.
of selling it the way that you sell it,
Yeah.
in such a personal, face to face, hand to hand way, you
Mhm.
get the benefit of the reviews also being from real people because
Yeah.
they bought it from a real person
That's
who
exactly
bought it
right.
from a real person.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is like you'll see a lot if you start to pay attention. Like now they have to claim reviews if they were like given free product, they have to like claim that or incentivized review, they have to like claim that.
Yeah.
So you'll start to see a lot of times many 5-star reviews that come from brands are from people that were incentivized to give good ones. And
Right.
so since we've never done that, you never see that little disclaimer next to our star rating because it was real. Even the bad reviews are also real. So,
Right.
the few and far
And
between, they're real, and that's okay.
people are going to have
I know
a
they just do.
different experience. It's fine.
Yeah.
There are really beautiful skincare products that people
Hmm.
love that I can't use.
Yeah.
Like it's fine.
I know
It
the bad
needs to
reviews are.
actually not be for everybody.
Yeah.
And but I get like because you are a person selling to people who are buying from a person, like it feels very the good reviews feel very uplifting, and I'm sure the
Yeah.
bad reviews feel like oh, like a gut.
Well, for the first like 3 years, I dealt with all of the reviews like personally so I could learn about our customers. And I think that's really important. I think any entrepreneur should
Yes.
handle their own customer service. And now I have Janet on my team who is a real human, gives real customer service. Like you maybe have to wait a few hours for her to respond or overnight, but customers love having a human reach out to them. It's the
Right.
best. Like I love it when I write to a brand and get a human response instead of some canned BS
Yes.
response. I'm so happy I put my money into that company, you know?
Right.
And I want people to feel that even if they're unhappy with something that we sold, that they feel like they were listened to and treated like a human being
Yes.
on the other end.
That's so
So,
wonderful. And it's
yeah,
nice
it's
that
fun.
she is managing that
She's great.
for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's
It's
so, Dip started as just me, and then I brought on my husband, and then I brought on a team, and I have my own factory in the United States. So, the Dip sales not only help, like they not only support all of these stores around the country and these store owners, it also supports, my American manufacturing team, which is like something I never thought I'd hear myself say. Like I never thought I'd be a factory owner, but now I am, which is crazy.
so proud of you. This is
Thanks.
amazing.
Really, it's really cool. And the people that make the dip bars, they've been working with me for a very long time, since the beginning, and I'm so happy to have them. You know, it's
I
great.
love it. I love this
Yeah.
for you. And I love that it's been 5 years.
Yeah,
Because sometimes we talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, 132 years ago I started this business and and then look, here I am. It's like, oh
yeah,
great. I will never be you. But there's
yeah.
something about this amount of time. I don't think we lose credibility when
Mm-mm.
we've been in business for less than 10 years or whatever. It's
Totally.
like, no, I am in it. You're going to get such high
Hmm.
touch customer service and customer
Yeah,
experience because a person is newer to what they're doing.
yeah.
And you're new to this business, but you're not new.
No,
Like you brought all of your former experience to it, and
yeah.
that is informing all of these decisions. So you're really collapsing the timeline
Hmm.
between where you are now and where you're going because of these beautiful foundations that were already important to you in your prior life experience that you brought to dip. And that's
Yeah.
why it's soaring.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you remember. Do you remember Sweet Valley High?
I do.
So that is what the branding is kind of a nod to. I don't know
Oh, how
if you noticed,
fun.
but like
Oh
this
my gosh, I
is
love
like,
it.
and if you go to our website, it's like a little nod to women, I would say around our age who,
Yes.
for me, I fell in love with hair from the book covers when I was little.
Right?
And I knew that I just like wanted to celebrate that part of my youth that loved like punchy colors, and I loved the drama of the hair on the front. And I just mentioned that because if your listeners are around our age, like I think it's really
Right.
fun to know that Sweet Valley High was like a big influence like in the branding.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for everything you're doing, Kate. I loved this conversation. Please tell
Thank you.
everyone again where they can find and follow you and how they can get the products.
Sure. If you want to talk with me as an entrepreneur on LinkedIn, I'm Kate Assaraf. And if you want to explore the products and the website, it's dipalready.com. And then the socials, Instagram and TikTok, I'm the person in the DMs on both of those because I like to stay connected. It's just at dip already.
Perfect. We will link everything down in the show notes. Thank
Thank you.
you so much for your time. I'm excited to do some shopping when I get off this call.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.